Hello everyone, welcome to Conversations, a video interview series where we speak to decision makers from the world of Indian social media. Our guest for today's conversation episode is Mr. Himmat Butalia, Marketing Head at Sony PIX. Hi Himmat.
Hi Prashant, how are you?
Good, not bad.
So I've been heading marketing at PIX for almost 5 years now, and it's been an interesting journey. What's really interesting about English movie channels, I think, is you get content, and that's where the interesting part starts. You get content. This content is already released in theaters. So a lot of people have seen the movie. How do you repackage it and how do you resell it to a larger set of audiences? Because obviously in theaters there is an X number of audiences. Television has a huge amount of reach. So you need to talk to probably the same set plus a huge amount of other people also in an interesting manner, and that's where I come in. I'm the guy who kind of brings out the communication, and every time we promote something, it has to be an interesting story. That's what I do. See, in terms of social media, I've always said social media or online space is a very important space for a marketing guy, and especially in this age where most of the people in India and abroad are online. But at the end of the day, what is important is it's not in a marketing plan. It's very easy to put a digital plan in it, but what is interesting is, and what is important is, you need to have an idea behind it. If you don't have an idea, then do not integrate into your marketing plan. So even if you see the stuff that we've done online, so whether it was Tintin, whether it's PIX Premier League that we did last year, whether we did Men in Black 3, Transporter series, we've only done something when we have an interesting idea around it. If you don't have an interesting idea around it, just do basic conversations. But because the consumers, you're engaging with consumers one-on-one, they can give you an answer. So don't think they're a very intelligent bunch of people. So you need to be very sure of what you're talking about, and you need to engage them, because in a day on Facebook and on Twitter, there is so much of communication that is happening. If your communication or your peg is not interesting enough, then you'll just be left behind. So I think that's what is important. So for me, I would probably rate among the stuff that we've done, I would say Transporter series, the PIX Says Sorry Girls, and the recently done Men in Black 3, the first interactive mega premiere, are two very, very critical, important, and I would say great work done on those campaigns, because it's really given us a lot of traction online as well as off-air, both. See, this trend about, and what I also have been talking about, not now, but almost for 2 years, is that yes, the trend for marketing guys to do stuff online is a trend. But even if you see, there's enough and many articles written about people in India and a lot of campaigns done in India on the online space. A lot of people are currently on the online space, but do they have an interesting idea? Is what is important. And it's not about getting X number of likes. It's not about people saying and coming to your page and seeing the stamp ads. It's not about that. It's about, are people really interacting? Are the people, see, the kind of the quality of comments that you get, the quality of interactions that you get is very, very critical. Yes, fans is important, but beyond that, there are a lot of other things which are also important. So it's a trend, but is the trend going in the right direction? The trend should be about doing interesting stuff on the online space and not just doing campaigns on the online space. So I think that's where the entire thing is here. And I'm coming back to the same thing. If you don't have a big idea in the online space, do basic stuff. Do not try and do a campaign and try to make it look interesting, because the consumers are very, very smart. They know what is interesting. They know what is not interesting. See, social TV is basically talking about from being a one-side communication to having a two-part communication. And that's very important moving forward, and that's exactly what we try to do with Men in Black 3. Because television is basically you're giving out communication, but you don't know what people think about it. So that's what social TV is all about. Social TV is all about watching something and interacting with the audiences and with obviously the channel or the broadcaster or the brand at the end of the day. I think social TV will grow, and that's an important and integral part. It will become extremely important going forward, because consumers, as you move forward, consumers, and that's what is the success of Men in Black 3 campaign is, we've got to know that consumers do want to have a conversation. They do want to talk to you. It's not about you're showing a movie, they'll watch it and move forward. They want to have a conversation. They want to know more stuff. The entire concept of second screen, which has become big in the US. While you're watching content, what other stuff can you talk about, and that's what is called interactivity. So that's really important. Social TV is an important and integral part and should be becoming bigger and bigger as we move forward. Yeah, and online premium content is very important. See, if the consumers are, I would say that at least like, let's take the metros. 80% or 90% of people would be on Facebook. 90% or 80% people would be on YouTube to a large extent. At the end of the day, there's so much of traction on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter. So if people are coming onto that platform and they want to spend time on that platform, so you just can't keep on showing them stuff which has already been shown. So you need some premium content there also for a brand to engage with them. So premium content, and at the end of the day, obviously, if it's premium content, if there is traction to it, you will monetize it. So yes, there is scope for premium content, and there should be premium content on the online space moving forward. And yeah, brands like us would also be probably looking at it surely and moving forward and doing stuff around it.
Nice talking to you, Himmat. Thanks for your time and pleasure having you in the series. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Prashant.